Hello and welcome to Slow English Podcast. My name is Mark, and I am very happy to be here with you today. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic for all English learners: the benefits of reading. Reading is not just a hobby. It is a powerful tool that can help you improve your English skills significantly. Whether you are a beginner or an advanced learner, reading can make a huge difference in your language journey. Let's explore why reading is so beneficial and how you can make the most of it. One of the most immediate and obvious benefits of reading is vocabulary expansion. When you read, you encounter new words in context. This is much more effective than simply memorizing words from a list. When you see a word used in a sentence, you understand its meaning naturally. You see how it relates to other words and how it is used in different situations. Unlike memorizing words from a dictionary, learning words through reading makes them more memorable. Your brain creates connections between the new word and the story or information you are reading. This makes it much easier to remember the word and use it in your own conversations and writing later on. The more you read, the more words you will learn, and the richer and more expressive your vocabulary will become. Imagine being able to describe your feelings, your day, or your ideas with precision and variety. That is the power of a large vocabulary. Reading also helps you develop a better understanding of English grammar and sentence structure. You see how sentences are formed correctly, how different tenses are used, and how punctuation works. This exposure to correct English helps you internalize grammatical rules without consciously studying them. It's like learning to play a musical instrument by listening to great musicians. You start to feel what sounds right. Over time, you will start to use these structures naturally in your own speech and writing. You won't have to stop and think about which tense to use or where to put a comma. Your English will sound more fluent and accurate because you have seen these patterns thousands of times in the books and articles you've read. This is a much more natural and enjoyable way to learn grammar than doing endless exercises in a textbook. While reading is primarily a visual activity, it can indirectly improve your pronunciation and fluency. When you read aloud, you practice speaking English. You connect the written words with their spoken sounds. This is a great way to practice your mouth movements and get used to the rhythm of the language. Even if you read silently, your brain is often subvocalizing. This means it's silently pronouncing the words as you read them. This constant exposure to English words and phrases helps to build your confidence. It improves your rhythm and intonation when you speak because you are becoming more familiar with the natural flow of English sentences. You'll find that you can speak more smoothly and with more confidence after spending time reading. Reading is a window into different cultures and perspectives. When you read books, articles, or news from English-speaking countries, you learn about their customs, traditions, and ways of thinking. You learn about their history, their values, and their daily lives. This cultural understanding is crucial for effective communication. Language is not just about words and grammar. It's about the people who speak it. Understanding the culture helps you to use the language more appropriately and to avoid misunderstandings. It can make your English learning journey more engaging and meaningful because you are connecting with the world in a deeper way. It helps you to not only understand the language but also the heart and soul of the people who use it. Although reading is primarily about written text, it significantly boosts your listening and speaking skills. When you read, you are processing information in English, which strengthens your cognitive abilities related to the language. Your brain becomes faster at recognizing words and understanding meanings. This improved comprehension then translates into better listening skills. When you hear someone speaking English, your brain can process the sounds more quickly because it's already familiar with the words and structures from your reading. Furthermore, by internalizing correct sentence structures and vocabulary, you become more confident and articulate when speaking. Many learners find that reading extensively helps them to speak more naturally and with fewer hesitations. You'll have more things to talk about and more ways to say them. Now that we've discussed the benefits, let's look at some practical tips to help you get started. First, choose materials that are at your level. If a book is too difficult, you will get frustrated and give up. Start with graded readers, which are books written specifically for English learners at different levels. They use simpler vocabulary and grammar, making them much more accessible. Second, read about things you enjoy. If you like sports, read sports news. If you like cooking, read recipes. If you like history, read historical biographies. When you are interested in the topic, you will be more motivated to keep reading, even when it gets a bit challenging. Third, don't feel like you have to understand every single word. If you come across a word you don't know, try to guess its meaning from the context. If you still don't understand it and it seems important, look it up in a dictionary. But don't stop for every word, as this will break your flow and make reading less enjoyable. Fourth, try to read a little bit every day. Even just 15 or 20 minutes can make a big difference over time. Consistency is key when it comes to language learning. Make reading a part of your daily routine, perhaps before you go to bed or during your commute. Finally, consider reading aloud. This is a great way to practice your pronunciation and get used to the sounds of English. It also helps you to focus more on the text and can improve your comprehension. You can even record yourself and listen back to see where you can improve. In today's fast-paced world, our attention spans are often short. We are constantly bombarded with quick bits of information from social media and the internet. Reading, especially longer texts like books or long-form articles, requires focus and concentration. It requires you to slow down and engage deeply with the content. This practice can help you improve your ability to concentrate not just on English, but on other tasks as well. It trains your brain to stay focused for longer periods, which is a valuable skill in all aspects of life and learning. When you read, you are giving your brain a workout, making it stronger and more disciplined. This improved focus will help you in your studies, your work, and your personal life. Finally, reading opens up a vast world of information and entertainment. From classic literature to contemporary news, from scientific articles to engaging novels, there is an endless supply of English content available. You can learn about any topic you are interested in, from history and science to cooking and travel. This means you can choose topics that genuinely interest you, making the learning process enjoyable and sustainable. When you are interested in what you are reading, you don't feel like you are studying. You are simply enjoying a good story or learning something new. The more you enjoy what you are reading, the more motivated you will be to continue, and the faster your English will improve. Reading becomes a reward in itself, not just a means to an end. In conclusion, reading is an indispensable tool for anyone learning English. It is a journey that offers endless rewards. It expands your vocabulary, refines your grammar, enhances your pronunciation, deepens your cultural understanding, and boosts your overall language skills. It also improves your focus and gives you access to a world of knowledge and joy. So, my advice to you is this: pick up a book, an article, or even a blog post in English today. Start with something easy and gradually move to more challenging texts. Don't worry if you don't understand every word at first. Just keep reading and enjoy the process. Start your journey towards fluency today. Happy reading, and thank you for listening to Slow English Podcast. I hope you found this episode helpful. Until next time, keep practicing and keep reading. Goodbye.